Life Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Paul again. And some space here. Pushes past him. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. The Jets at 6-5 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant. Time
to regroup. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Strickland. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Wilson will throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ball again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Zach Wilson.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now this time, Allen will throw.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
First down, and they'll try to run the option left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Allen off the play fake. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And complete right side to Cook. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
And we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
In motion left, the tight end. They get this out quickly to the left side. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Wilson.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Allen now looks to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And they work this well upfield across the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 2nd and 12, Allen, left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Moore, the man in motion. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on third down.
This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground with Hall.
And he'll go down at the 28. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Moore, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he's got it inside the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 6-yard line.
From the gun to give to Mixon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jets 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
66.
They'll give to Hall. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
And check down, complete to Hall. Down inside the 10.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Now it's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore from 4 yards out. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a proven drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense on balance.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Allen going to throw. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the
touchdown.
Joe Mixon, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Bass on for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bills 24, Jets 14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 35. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson,
69 yards.
And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. 25 yards for the touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bills 31, Jets 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fine. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Once again, they run with Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw, Allen. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Allen going to keep it again.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mixon will go off tackle left. And he'll be out of bounds.
78 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
Touchdown, Bills!
Joe Mixon
From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Wilson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Set.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
A loss of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
To throw is Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Complete on the crosser to Hall. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big